You dirty little rat! How dare you! Don't you sass your elders, child! I want to talk to a manager, now!
r/Entitled Parents. What is up, guys? Mr. Reddit here, back with another episode of Entitled Parents Stories. r/Entitled Parents is one of my favorite subreddits, and I really enjoyed making this. Now kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Excuse me, give my kid your shoes? What? And then we'll be reading, Entitled Mom Demands I Hire Her Daughter, Then Demands I Make Her My Partner. Then we'll be wrapping up with Entitled Mom Stalks Me Through the Grocery Store for My Bag. Welcome to our new subscribers, Muhammad, Sheila, and Nine-Tailed Fairy. And if you're new, subscribe now for new stories from Reddit every single day.
Excuse me? Give my kid your shoes!
What? This happened around 3 hours ago, and I don't think my brain is fully understanding what happened. Myself, my partner, and my 1-year-old baby, in her buggy, went into town to grab a few things, and one thing we usually do is go into CEX. For you Americans, this is like the UK version of GameStop. My significant other was off looking for a new phone while I was looking at Nintendo Switch games with my kid in the buggy having her afternoon nap when I got a tap on my shoulder. Enter Entitled Mom from stage left. She was maybe 30-something and had a very Karen haircut.
Excuse me? Where did you get your trainers?
Insert brat's name here.
Loves them and would really love a pair.
Oh, I got these at a car boot sale a few years ago. They're Iron Fist. You can find them anywhere online. She cuts me off.
Iron Fist? That sounds violent. Are you threatening me?
My mouth is hanging open like, what? No, it's the brand name.
Don't you sass your elders, child.
I'm 26, lady, and I've got better things to do. Excuse me. I walk past her and off to my significant other, telling him what happened and subtly pointing her out. He burst out laughing. I laughed, and for a few minutes, he pointed out phones he was comparing to his current one. I just wandered around for a bit, lost sight of the woman until someone grabbed my shoulder and tried spinning me around. I say, try. I was still holding my buggy handles.
So, I looked up your shoes.
My turn to butt in. Don't ever touch me like that. The next time you do, I guarantee you won't like it. Entitled Mom rolls her eyes.
I can touch whoever I want, child. Don't you dare try and tell me off. Now, your shoes.
Tell you off? Now I'm almost shouting.
Just don't touch people like that. End of whatever. But yeah, I don't like the price online. How much did you pay?
I don't care about that. Just go away and find your brat. Entitled Mom talking over me.
Just give me your shoes. My snookum baby wants them.
I just stare at her. I couldn't hold back the laughter. Tears flowed down my cheeks. I laughed so hard.
How dare you laugh at me? This is serious. Give me your shoes.
I'm still laughing, almost hysterically. This obviously caught my significant other's attention and came over to find out what was so funny. I couldn't even talk. People were staring, but finally I stopped and wiped my eyes. I'ma stop you there. Lady, you are crazy. My significant other just stares like he's questioning my sanity right now and walks off with me. When again, this woman grabs my shoulder.
You dirty little rat! How dare you!
Promptly cut off by my fist meeting her face. She stumbled back into the Blu-ray DVDs. I didn't think I hit her that hard, and now everyone is staring. Staff are calling security. People who saw and heard what I said to her and everything else are quick to throw in, finally, thank you for shutting her up. Now, this woman is screaming like a freaking pterodactyl, and in comes security looking between me and this nut job.
Security! This girl assaulted me and stole my kid's shoes. Arrest her.
She looks at me, her lip bloody and a smug grin on her face. I pointed around and counted the cameras. 4, 7, 9, 15. Oh no, 14 cameras in here would say otherwise, lady. And these are my shoes, pointing to my feet. She tried to dive at my shoes between security's feet, so I did what any normal person would. I kicked at her hand. A coworker comes out from the back and pulls one of the guards away, and my significant other puts me behind him.
Touch her again, and your next meal will be through a straw.
The security looked so confused, but when the other one comes back, he talks to the others and then lifts the woman off the floor. Security asked her, "Lady, would you like to press charges?"
Yes! Throw the book at this harpy and take away her child.
Security 2, stone-faced and cold, looking at this crazy woman with security on either side.
Not you.
He's talking to her, pointing to me. My significant other says,
Yes, she does. She will press charges on this hag.
I respond, what he said. If this was an anime, Entitled Mom would be going Super Saiyan right now.
Hag? How dare you?
And shoved the security as much as she could, not that much, and tried going for us again. Security dragged her away and took our and some witness statements. Don't know about her kid. There was no child with her in the store. And if she does have kids, my heart goes out to them. And throughout all of this, my daughter didn't even stir awake once. Edit. I just wanted to get this out, hoping my brain would play catch up. I am honestly not bothered about awards and karma, not that I know the point of them, but thank you for reading and probably thinking, what? Along with me. I fully know punching her in the face was a bit too much, but I have borderline personality disorder and a lot of other issues because of my childhood. My personal space with strangers isn't something I take lightly. Of course, I'm not going to press charges. I just want her to know this could have been much worse. Next up we've got Entitled Mom demands I hire her daughter, then demands I make her my partner. Stereotypical I am on mobile warning. Too long didn't read is basically the title. To preface, I own my own jewelry business. I have a couple stories that can be added here if there is interest. I was doing a small local Celtic festival and I was just starting out at the time. This was under my own purple 10x10 pop-up tent with attachable side walls. This minor detail comes into play later. Cast. You know the usual suspects. Entitled mother, entitled daughter, me, and my darling husband. So, the show is going and I only have 2 side walls up to block the sun. I am sitting behind the tables in the back working on a custom order for a client. I am in the corner where the side walls meet. Enter entitled mom and entitled daughter, who is about 15-ish. I can't tell, to be honest. My husband starts his typical chat and spiel with the mother. She tells him she is just looking. Entitled mother sees that I am working and starts to move items on the table so she can lean over this 2-foot wide table to see what I am working on. I pop my head up and lift my magnifying goggles and say, excuse me, ma'am, please don't rearrange my stock.
Well, I can't see what you are doing.
I am working on a client's custom necklace. If you need a hand, my husband will happily assist you.
That doesn't look hard to do. You should hire my daughter. She makes paracord bracelets.
We are not hiring at the moment, but I will keep your suggestion in mind.
Well, she can do sales. You shouldn't have a male working selling jewelry.
My husband's eyebrows go up and he rolls his eyes behind her back.
Mom, I want to buy this and this.
Picking a couple pairs of earrings and a necklace.
No, sweetie. Wait until you are an employee and use your discount.
I am sorry, but we are not hiring at the moment, and that male is my husband and business partner. Entitled mom huffs and grabs her daughter by the arm and starts to walk away. I nod to my husband to chase after them to get product back from entitled daughter. He comes back and we chuckle over the situation and thought it was over. I was wrong. So wrong. 1 hour later, entitled mom comes back.
I have been watching from over there, and you have sold a lot of jewelry. I can also see a lot of people walking around with your bags.
Okay, thanks.
So, I think I should be your business partner. You can make everything, and I will sell it and keep half the money.
Honestly, my mind went into blue screen of death mode and my jaw was on the ground. My husband was like, "Excuse me, could you repeat that, ma'am?"
I am not talking to you. I am talking to her.
Me finally rebooted my brain. I am sorry. I am not looking for a partner right now. I already have one.
Oh, he doesn't count. He is just your husband. He doesn't do anything.
Okay, that's it. I stand up. Ma'am, I do not need or want a partner, and I am not looking for an employee. This is a family business. Have a great day. Entitled Mom stalks off. 10 minutes later, hubby goes off for a break. Suddenly, I hear a ripping noise as a sidewalk gets ripped off of my tent. I stand up, ready to defend my cash box. It's her. She starts ranting at me in a high-pitched, scratchy voice. Honestly, at this point, I can barely pay attention to her words. She starts trying to grab at my tools while saying how she can sell my stuff for me and I need her. I scream for security and my husband. I could see him 2 booths away. I turn to her. Get your hands off my stuff now and get the heck out of my booth. Security came, heard me out first, and removed her from the festival. Later, comparing notes, she tried this on another booth too. And our final story of the day. Entitled Mom stalks me through the grocery store for my bag. So this happened a couple years ago, and the more I think about it, the more disturbed I get. For some backstory, I'm a huge musical theater nerd, and a few years ago I got to see Phantom of the Opera in Seattle. As a souvenir, I bought a tote bag with the play's logo printed all over it that I am still very fond of. Now, the show is playing in a theater in my area, and there's been a lot of local buzz about it. I went to see it this weekend and decided to carry my Phantom tote for a while since my love of the show has been bolstered and the bag is a great conversation starter for other theater nerds I may meet in public who recognize the show that my bag references. Now, let's set the stage. A couple days ago, I went to the grocery store near my apartment to stock up on some pretty standard foodstuffs, and when I walked in, I saw a cashier I'm friendly with working the self-checkout kiosk, so I stopped to talk to him for a few minutes. My bag was hanging over my shoulder, within clear view of the doors. After a couple minutes into my chat, I felt a tap on my shoulder, so I turned around to address whoever was trying to get my attention and found a relatively normal-looking woman. Average size, normal clothing, normal hairstyle. Nothing to indicate this woman was a Karen type in any way.
Is that the Phantom of the Opera on your bag?
I was happy to chat about one of my favorite musicals. Yeah, do you like the show?
It's fine. I took my daughter last weekend to see it at the local theater. She loves musicals.
Me too. I thought it was a really great show. The cast did a really great job, and Entitled Mom cuts me off.
Did you buy the bag there? I didn't see the bag at any of the booths.
Actually, I got this in Seattle when I saw the show a few years ago.
Oh, because there really weren't any souvenirs at the show my daughter liked. She would love that bag.
She looks at me expectantly. Realizing what she wants. I'm sorry your daughter didn't find any keepsakes she wanted.
She was so disappointed. She didn't have anything to remember the show by. She would love your bag. Love it.
Well, I know I love this bag. I hope the next time your daughter sees a show, she finds a souvenir she likes. I'm pretty nervous at this point because I'm a very non-confrontational person, and I've read plenty on this subreddit to know entitled people like causing scenes. I gripped my bag very tightly, trying to hold it against my body with my elbow and with both hands tightly on the straps. I've got to go do my shopping now. Excuse me. To my pleasant surprise, she didn't say anything else, so I really thought I had gotten away without anything crazy happening. I grabbed a basket and went to the cereal aisle. As I'm putting Cheerios into my basket, Entitled Mom also enters the aisle. She doesn't have a cart or a basket, and she doesn't try to approach me again. Instead, she just stares at me. I decide to try and ignore her and go on about business as usual, grabbing the things on my shopping list. Every aisle I go to, she follows me into. Every single one. Just staring at me. I'm certain she was waiting for me to let my guard down. I go through self-checkout, and she hangs by the discount bread rack nearby, still watching. Knowing she's probably not going to give this up when I leave the store, I flag down my acquaintance working the self-checkout kiosk and tell him I'm pretty sure that Entitled Mom is going to follow me to my car. He's wary of her and walks me and my purchases out to the parking lot and doesn't leave until my bags are loaded and I'm in my car with my doors locked. I was still keeping an eye on entitled mom, and sure enough, she left the store when I did, watching me as I got to my car. I saw her get into her own car, still watching me. My acquaintance who walked me out went back into the store, and I was left alone in my vehicle, caught in an awkward staring match with entitled mom, also in her car. She didn't even try to hide the fact she was watching me. It dawned on me that entitled mom was likely to follow me home. So instead of taking my usual exit that would take me back to my apartment, I drove over to the exit that turned off onto the more major street. Entitled mom followed me like I expected. I sat there for a couple minutes at least, waiting. See, there's an intersection at the corner of the grocery store with really long light times, so cars end up lining up a fair amount. I waited until the last possible second until that light turned green and unleashed a wave of cars, turning right just before they hit, leaving entitled mom stranded to wait for them to pass if she wanted to follow me. I drove up the street and got on the highway, then took the exit for the next neighborhood over and took the back way to my apartment. My car is pretty noticeable. It's bright orange, and I didn't want to take any chances that entitled mom may recognize my car by going back the way I came. It seems I successfully ditched her because no one has come banging on my door demanding I give them my phantom toad. Needless to say, I will be leaving that bag at home from now on. Edit. This is the bag if anyone wants to see what prompted such insanity. Oh, nice. No wonder Karen was after it.
Leave a comment on this video that says read. Mr. Reddit will give you a heart, and I won't have to speak to your manager.
That's all for now, but don't be blue. I'll be back soon with more stories for you. Remember to listen to Mr. Reddit every night so your dreams will be wonderful like you are and bright.